Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. My name is Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com, and we are here 2 hours after the final whistle blew in Lambeau, where the New York Jets not only beat the Green Bay Packers, they smacked them with a brick. They gave them the absolute business, winning by not one, not two, three scores in Lambeau Field over the Green Bay Packers. And I'd like to start off this show, this post-game program, by the way, by telling you we're streaming live simultaneously in 3 different places. The Heavy on Jets Facebook page. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's an interactive program, so get involved. Your questions, comments, and just random screaming is fine as well in the comments wherever you're watching. Make sure you support wherever you're watching. Like the video. Hit subscribe down below for more juicy New York Jets content. Again, we're on the Heavy on Jets Facebook page, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/boygreen25, and my Twitter account. I just like to take this moment to say, I want to give a special shout out to all the gosh darn haters out there. Well, the Jets were playing a bunch of backup quarterbacks. Jacoby Brissett, Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky. This team isn't real. This team stinks. This team is quote-unquote lucky. They got lucky to play some guy named Skylar Thompson in the Miami Dolphins game. They got lucky with their schedule. That's what people said. I don't know if you guys know Aaron Rodgers. Have you heard of that guy? Maybe? This 4-time NFL MVP, 10-time Pro Bowler. Where are the haters now? I'm looking. Where? Who? Where? Where are the haters? Where's Brady Quinn? Where's Stephen A. Gosh darn Smith? Oh, I'll tell you. They're in the fetal position because the New York Jets announced to a gosh darn national audience that they have arrived. America's game of the week, and you saw why. People weren't there to see the Green Bay Packers. People were there to see the New York Jets. That felt good. It was tasty. The Jets coming in there. I heard all these other things heading into this game. I just want to go through a couple. We'll play some videos. We'll kind of get a full experience of this win. Well, the Jets can't win this game. The Green Bay Packers are more desperate. They're more desperate. They need the win. They need it more than the Jets. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know the Jets were just supposed to lie on the ground and die. I didn't know, that was what they were supposed to do. This is the New York Jets. LOL. This is the New York Jets. This team stinks. They're just going to roll in and sacrifice themselves like some sort of ritual animal sacrifice in the 1800s. The Jets can't come in and win. But again, they didn't only win. They punched the Green Bay Packers in the mouth. Aaron Rodgers' hand hurts. Eat some of this, sucker. Pressures, sacks, hits, and the official arrival of one guy named Quinnen gosh darn Williams, the former Alabama superstar. Yes, Quinnen Williams, who was absolutely disruptive despite the tactics by the Green Bay Packers trying to poke him in the eye. Try to poke Quinnen Williams in the eye. Nice try, Packers, but that still didn't work because after he got the proper medical attention he deserved, he was back in there kicking some more patookie. Sacks, blocked field goals, quarterback hits, tackles for loss. Oh my, Quinnen Williams, that guy, pretty gosh darn good. Michael Clements, oh yes, that Michael Clements with the blocked punt. Breece Hall running all kinds of buck wild all over the place. The offensive line imposing their freaking will in this game. Juicy. That's what I have to say after that one. Wow, that felt good. Oh, what a release. And you want to know what? There's a lot of people who said the New York Jets, maybe in a couple of years, the Jets could compete. What are they, going to school to be a doctor? They don't have to wait 8 gosh darn years anymore. This is the NFL, baby. You can turn things around like this. And guess what? That's exactly what the New York Jets did. Free agency, NFL draft, and they built this gosh darn house one brick at a gosh darn time. That's what they did. Brick by brick by brick. Screw all the people. The Jets can't compete this year. The AFC is too tough. Oh, is it? is it now? You want to know something? Here's a little fun fact. If the Buffalo Bills give or get the business from the Kansas City Chiefs, the New York Jets will be the number one team in the AFC East. So sorry that doesn't fit your narrative, peeps, but that's what's happening. The New York Jets have freaking arrived. No more gosh darn excuses. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. So I don't care what anybody says. The New York Jets are here, and we are going to gosh darn enjoy this one, as we should. Ooh, the vibes, the feelings. I'm feeling froggy, baby. And so should each and every one of you. So again, make sure wherever you're watching, like the video, hit subscribe down below for more juicy New York Jets content. We're going to get to all of you guys here on the show. We're going to play a couple of clips from some of the post-game action. Robert Saleh speaking, Sauce Gardner speaking. And you see it in the featured image, Sauce with the cheese head after the game. He grabs a cheese head from the fans. He's kind of trolling, getting a little petty, which I'm all about. And Alan Lazard is so offended, he tries to smack the cheesehead off Sauce's hands, which, by the way, as Sauce was heading on the team bus to head back to the airport to eventually head back to the Jets facilities, bringing that cheesehead with him. He even said that he will never forget this game for the rest of his life. Again, we'll be playing a couple of those clips here on the show. Again, if you guys are watching on the YouTube channel, feel free to get involved with a YouTube Super Chat, where you throw a little change in my tin cup, and you guarantee to get your comment answered on this live postgame show. And I want to hear from each and every one of you, no matter where you're watching. So feel free to do that if you have the funds available to support the show. And if you don't, there's a free way you can contribute to the show, again, with a thumbs up and subscribing. Let's bring in Mark on YouTube. Let's go Jets, 4-2, baby. The best start since 2015. And with this officially, not only are the Jets here, but the Jets playoffs? We've been talking about it since May, so it ain't anything new to this channel. That's for sure. We've been talking about the Jets being 9-8, and maybe we were too low on that win total, perhaps. But I will say we were saying 9-8 in the playoffs. So you want to know what? On this channel, it ain't no surprise, but to the national audience, perhaps they're just catching up. Beautiful. Mark, what's up, boy green? Hey, I'm giddy, man. This is an amazing feeling, and each and every one of you should be celebrating and basking in this, marinating perhaps, and then flip yourself over and marinate on the other side. Get the fumes, baby. That's winning. Those are dubs. Those are victories. And by the way, Robert Saleh handling it the appropriate way after the game. The very first question, where he could have ripped off a woo, let's go, Jet fans. He said, hey, man, this is expected. This is what we want to do. It's a big win because all wins in the NFL are big. But we're looking ahead to Denver. Already, I love it, Saleh. Beautiful. And just for this win to be in the way that it was, to shut people up, to announce their arrival, to a lot of different things with the Green Bay Packers, this desperate team. Guess what? They're a lot more desperate. Jair Alexander. Well, I'm not going to worry after losing to the Giants. I'll worry if we lose to the Jets next week. Well, update, Jair Alexander. Just coming in. The Green Bay Packers lost. It's time to worry, sucker. Oh, yeah. That's right. So, yeah, I'm feeling good, baby. And Ragnar Jet, Paul, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're feeling it, baby. We're feeling it. Roger, happy with the win. Defense brought it. Running game and offensive line brought it. Zach held his own. Let's go. Yeah, of course, Zach had the very questionable decision at the end of the first half where he just tried to do too much. And again, when he threw it, I went, oh, whoever the random person is he threw it to must be wide open. Why else would you throw so late? He stepped out anyway, so even if it would have been intercepted, it wouldn't have counted. But still, so that was a little aggressive. But overall, Zach is just doing what's necessary. Again, it's the Mark Sanchez strategy. If we want to go back there, although I think Zach Wilson's a lot more talented than Sanchez was. Run the football, play elite defense, your offensive line firing on all cylinders, and then when you're called upon, make those electric plays, which, by the way, that Corey Davis wow throw, again, the only thing that was missing was the point, because Zach Wilson rolls out, whoop, feeds it right to Corey Davis, and Corey Davis, the most consistent wide receiver of this core. Who would have saw that coming? Not me. Not me. I thought there was going to be a rebound, but with Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson, I thought eventually they would kind of take the reins. Elijah Moore is still MIA, and that's okay, because that's the encouraging part for me, Roger, is Zach Wilson isn't lighting it up, and he doesn't have to. Elijah Moore's not existent. Garrett Wilson's not there. Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson combined for 8 yards, and they won by 3 scores in Green Bay. Phenomenal. That means there's so much more to achieve that the Jets have yet to fire on all cylinders in every portion of the game. That's scary thought for the rest of the NFL, in my humble opinion, Mr. Roger. I was about to say Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I'm not sure where you live, Roger, but appreciate it. The tears are tasty. That is beautiful. We got Grand Peasy on YouTube. Smash Mouth defensive play, baby. That was just great. Is that when you thought that the game was hanging in the balance, when, either way, an Aaron Rodgers offensive drive could have gotten them back into it. The Jets went, no, sir. Boom, boom, boom. Punching them right in the face. You got to love it. I mean, it's fantastic. Vinny and the Jets. Where is Brady Quinn? By the way, Brady Quinn not even going to show up on some show he's scheduled to. I don't even know what Brady Quinn's doing because he's got to do some commercial. But he's like, I see him like talking at Twitter. See, they're 2-0 since I'm giving back to charity. Since I've said whatever he said a couple weeks ago about every Jets winner will give $1,000 to a random Jets charity. Cool. That's great that he's doing that. But again, Brady, keep catching these L's, baby. Keep catching these L's. That's for sure. Christian, wild card, baby. Hey, you know what? Again, if the Bills lose today, we're looking at division. But let's keep it. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep firing, baby. Ragnar Jet, sure, Rodgers' thumb bugged him, but he still threw some distant bombs and had some strong, accurate throws. So, yeah, our defense beat him in the row. To me, all the excuses are over. The people that said, Jacoby Brissett, Mitch Trubisky, you guys haven't played anybody. Aaron Rodgers played, okay? Aaron Rodgers played. He just suffered the worst home loss he's ever suffered, starting all 4 quarters of a game. The Packers were like 12-0 over the last bunch of games when coming off a loss. Destroyed. Annihilated. So all the excuses are, I don't give a flying hoot about your thumb. Suck it up. Suck on that thumb, pal, because the Jets just gave you the business. So let's do that. Oh, O'Neal, you want to flex the biceps, baby? Let's get that going. Yeah, let's pump it up, baby. Let's get some of that action, baby. Yeah, a little bit of that action. Yeah. Let's keep flexing on them, baby. Let's flex on them all day because that's what the Jets are doing. We love it. Yeah. Well, what about that, Ragnar? 0-8, 0-9 for the New York Jets? I think not. I'm sorry, but I think not for the New York Jets. That's great. And I just see a lot of yelling, so this is just great. Jets are going off. Let's see. 4-2, Boy Green, come to Florida. I got to bottle up some BBWs for you, my boy. That'd be great. Yes, I got to make a trip. We got to fly out, baby. This is great. Big Green, are the Broncos favored next week? That line is not out yet as far as I'm seeing it because right after the game, we go to articles and everything else for Heavy on Jets. So I've not really been able to enjoy the rest of the field yet, Big Green. But let me know as soon as you guys see it coming in. Feel free to let me know. I would enjoy it. But I would, let's see. What did the Broncos do? My brain's not even working right now. Did the Broncos win last week? No, they lost, right? I don't know. I think they're on like a mini losing streak right now. Wait, they play on Monday Night Football tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. So that may be TBD with the Broncos line. We'll see. Executive of the Year, Joe Douglas. Hey, I mean, look at the results. All the people trashing the Jets and look at everything coming in. I just don't want it to be the Mike McCagnon Executive of the Year. He wins it and then sucks. So maybe not, but I love it. JC Jet fan, respect, baby. Yeah, let's get some post-game thoughts here. We're going to get a couple of them. Of course, if you guys are on the Twitter sphere, feel free to hop on over there. We got a lot of really great quotes from after the game, a couple of highlights from a lot of different directions. Let's play a couple here. I'm going to play you my favorite one. I just tweeted this out before I went on. It's one of the best quotes I've ever heard. This is from Robert Saleh. He was asked about his halftime speech. Remember, this was another one of those cases for the New York Jets where the Jets were up 3, or it was 3-3, excuse me. No, excuse me. The Jets were up 3-0. They had a chance, similar to the Pittsburgh game, to control the momentum. They get the ball at the start of the third quarter. Jets could go up 6-0 if they control it right. At a minimum, 6-0 with the field goal. And again, a lot of discombobulated nonsense allows Green Bay to get an opportunity to tie up the game at the half instead and kind of take the momentum that the Jets shoulda, coulda, woulda had. Now, by the way, let me hide this comment just as we're about to bring it up here. This is from Robert Saleh. After the game, he was asked about that halftime speech, and Robert Saleh gave it to us. And this may be one of the greatest quotes I've ever heard. We will reiterate the quote here in a second, but here's Robert Saleh.
The mindset to go 60 minutes and to give them 60% more and just keep giving them body blow after body blow after body blow and just keep hitting them in the mouth. O-line, just keep pushing, just keep leaning on them. And we felt like if we can just keep taking them down to deep water, they'll find out they can't swim. And it was just a mindset. And I thought our O-line was outstanding, especially in that fourth quarter, just leaning on them, especially in the run game. Wish we would have punched one in at the end, but good job by them, obviously, holding up inside the 5.
But that's it. I'm going to be if you didn't hear that quote, the audio was working a little weird with the New York Jets. What Robert Saleh said, and I'll paraphrase a little bit, was I told them, like, keep giving them body blows, keep giving the Packers, again, the halftime speech to the team, keep giving them body blows, keep punching them and hitting them. And the real quote in there is, if you keep, and he told the team this, if we keep dragging them into deeper water, eventually they're going to find out they can't swim. What a great quote. And really, all the time we throw this question around, what's the identity of this football team? The identity of this Robert Saleh New York Jets football team is gritty, tough, and physical. I mean, that's going to be the first word when people watch tape of the New York Jets ahead of their matchups, when Broncos people ask about the New York Jets, when future opponents are asked about the New York Jets, physicality. And again, that just killer instinct mindset that we're going to drag other teams into deep water. It's championship rounds. There's a lot of different iterations you can use of this, but for Robert Saleh, drag opponents into deep water, and eventually they're going to find out they can't swim, that they can't go with us. That kind of intensity is just beautiful. And that may be one of the greatest Robert Saleh quotes I've heard of all time. That just makes me feel everything. Paul Christensen here. Clements is a beast. Quinnen is the man. Even Curry looked good. Yeah, so first off, Clements, again, he's going to continue to get opportunities. He was getting about, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I wrote an article earlier this week for Heavy on Jets about it. Michael Clements was getting about 20% of the snaps rotation-wise because of all the talent on the line. And Robert Saleh said after the game that he's been that guy who's doing the dirty work. He's setting up his teammates, doing a lot of different things. He's versatile, playing multiple different positions on the defensive line. But obviously, with Jermaine Johnson banging up the ankle, an uptick in PT for Michael Clements. And obviously you saw him on the punt block that resulted in a touchdown, really flipped the entire momentum of the game, because that's when it launched to a different stratosphere of, oh, okay. And then the Jets were able to get all those killer instinct blows like the Breece Hall touchdown, which he should have had another one at the end of the game. But the Breece Hall beast, the Michael Clements block punt, Quinnen Williams going off. I mean, he looks fantastic. He's only going to continue to get better. We'll play a Michael Clements clip here in just a few moments. Quinnen Williams is the man. I mean, there's a lot of people, because we're talking about, should he be paid? Should he not be paid? Like, oh, what do you do? What do you do with Quinnen Williams? Well, here's what you do. You give him a blank check, you slide across the table, because Quinnen Williams is a gosh darn freak. He's getting help with Carl Lawson, who was kind of quiet today from an overall standpoint, but his presence helps everybody else. Quinnen Williams, again, in the run game, pass game, unblockable. He blocked the field goal. Speaking of like blocks, he blocked the field goal, but he was just dynamic. Vinny Curry showed a little life. Again, finally making that Jets debut. Remember, he was brought in last year, had the rare blood disorder, and had to get his liver removed. Like, it was a very serious situation. His career could have been over. Decides to come back. And I think a lot of us, with all the injuries that kind of befell him during the offseason, like, oh man, he's a cut candidate probably in terms of coming into the game. So Vinny Curry, we're kind of like, what is he even going to bring? And a lot of people even forgot. I'll give credit to Rich Cimini. When we were worrying about, coming off the initial IR to start the season, everyone's going, Dwayne Brown, Dwayne Brown, Dwayne Brown. Great story on him later. But Dwayne Brown. And Rich went, oh, yeah, Vinny Curry's supposed to come off. And so I went, yeah, he is supposed to. So he went completely under the radar, and he looked good. So a lot of excitement there for sure. Oh, yes, O'Neal, the halfback screens, tight end screens. Again, I will say one criticism, because we want this to be a full, complete show. A criticism of Michael Ford that I was screaming at the television about was the third and short calls, moving Zach Wilson outside of the pocket on just dumb things. If you want to be the smash mouth team, which I was just talking about the identity, on 3rd and 1, line them up, I formation, say, hey, Packers, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run it down your throat. And they did do that in the length of the game of punching him in the mouth, especially on that last drive, was just run. But don't get away from the identity. Don't get cute. I don't know if Mike LaFleur was trying to outbest his brother Matt LaFleur. I don't know what was happening there. But multiple 3rd and 1 opportunities where they play action, roll out, and get this stupid Zach Wilson thing. They end up punting on both of those opportunities. Like, what the hell? Like, that was stupid. But overall, Mike LaFleur had a good game. The tight end screen back to Uzama was huge in that point in the game. The halfback screens are nice. The creativity on Breece Hall jet sweep motion, just got to get him in motion. That was the big touchdown to him. So, like, those are all great. The creativity is overall great. I hated those 3rd and 1 calls. So, again, overall great. I don't want to nitpick here, but what the hell? I just don't get that at all. And, again, getting too cute. Luckily, they were obviously able to overcome that. And Barney, we're going to play that clip right now. Michael Clements was asked what the message was. He was asked basically, C.J. Mosley earlier this week said if the Jets went into Lambeau and beat them, that would be a statement win. The Dolphins one was won in a different way. It felt more internal than external. Like Jet fans knew about the 0-12 drought heading into that Dolphins game, and other national people made fun of it, but it meant a lot more to Jet fans to make sure we got that. The Packers game, America's game of the week, like that was, and Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau, like that was the overall statement to the league. He was asked about that. Here's the question and answer. Let's go to Michael Clements after the game was asked again about what kind of statement this makes. And Michael Clements, to me, is, again, just a very unique individual and a guy that, quite frankly, I've completely fallen in love with. He is just a very affable guy in a very unique way. But let's play that clip. This is Michael Clements after the game was asked what kind of statement, you'll hear the question as well, what kind of statement was made here.
Michael, C.J. Mosley said today was an opportunity to make a statement with this team. What kind of statement do you think you guys made?
Jets is coming to play. You know what I'm saying? Period.
I love it. And by the way, Michael Clements, again, I just love Michael Clements in general, but he's so intense. And he thinks about everything he says. Most athletes, right? Most reporters can't even get the question out before the athlete's responding with some cliche of 110%, this, that, or the other. Like Michael Clements, every time he waited, I pulled out the stopwatch, 5 seconds. The reporter asked her a question, and 5 seconds went by. Michael Clements staring into the ethos of how he wanted to answer that. And he said, the Jets are coming to play. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, the intensity. It's almost like, a big guy, little stick. But again, he doesn't seem like he overtly talks that often. But when he does, like people are like, whoa. And man, Michael Clements, again, he's just saying it. It was just juicy. So Barney, thanks for chiming in. And I love that quote. Another one of the favorite ones after the game. It was spectacular. Wild card ENT. Do y'all think Quinnen can win Defensive Player of the Year? I think I will say on the overall award front, the Jets are going to have a lot of opportunities because New York, that helps. Winning for the first time in a long time to this level is going to help. So Breece, Sauce. So all of that helps Quinnen, but I think to really get things churning for Quinnen, he's going to need even more sacks. He's been great. He's had a half a sack in 5 straight games and 1 full sack in 4 straight games. So he's been great. And again, if he stays on that pace, then he will inevitably have the sack numbers you're talking about. But he has to keep going even more. Like he's been spectacular, but specifically to Quinnen, that one will be tough. But we will see. I think Sauce should be a favorite. Breece should be a favorite. There's a lot of award winning that could be happen. Ragnar, remember, guys, Paul called the playoffs this year. You're damn right. You could go check the receipts. Receipts is the theme of the season. If you'd like, go check back my May schedule reveal, and we walk through the entire schedule, and I talk about all the fallacies that existed. The AFC is too tough. The AFC North is impossible, and this impossible schedule for the Jets, and I call BS on everything. I say teams are better than we think they are every year, the Jets, for the national audience, and teams are worse than we think they are, Broncos, Raiders. Like there are things that happen every single year that we don't anticipate. And then quite frankly, I looked at the first 9 games, whatever's on the Jet schedule ahead of the bye. So look at all these quarterbacks. No, there's no one that scares you. And even the ones that do, let's roll it out and see what happens at that point in the season. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, back-to-back weeks here. Like they don't look as nearly as intimidating then as they do now. So feel free to check the receipts, baby. You can feel free to cash that when you'd like. O'Neal beat Denver. Let's go Jets. By the way, I'll have Phil Milani. He's a good buddy of mine. He worked for the Denver Broncos. I already scheduled that last week. He'll be joining us during the week. This is another reminder that if you guys are watching, no matter where you're watching, show your support for the channel. Like the video. Hit subscribe down below. Again, this is streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So hop on over to YouTube. YouTube.com/BoyGreen25 for great New York Jets content. Not every video I can do can also be streamed here on the Facebook page because we have a busy schedule. So if you never want to miss a video, go to YouTube, hit subscribe on the channel, and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss it. We do weekly interviews behind enemy lines, talking to an opponent. We had a Packers insider on last week, Joe Bartle. We're going to have Phil Milani on of the Denver Broncos this week to learn more about the opponent and get inside the mind. So we have a lot of really great videos and more live streams as well. So make sure you guys do that. And O'Neal, Denver looking very interesting. I'll be fascinated to see them on Monday Night Football because obviously we haven't seen enough Broncos in primetime. Am I right? Anywho, let's keep going. Barney, amazing sack plays. The Corey Davis throw and sidearm to Uzomah. 100%. That tight end screen was great in the middle of the game. And then obviously the big play to Corey Davis was a 41-yarder. Very nice. Raw Power, I guess we were idiots trading up for Breece Hall. All right, since we've just been playing a lot of clips, I won't play this one. I'll just read you the quote because it's just kind of short from Saleh. It's not worth going through all the button pressing, but if you want to watch a full video, feel free at BoyGreen25. Connor Hughes, our good old buddy who's joined us on the channel before, asked Robert Saleh about the criticism the Jets took for trading up in round 2 for Breece Hall, namely PFF George. I don't like giving him any extra spotlight, but I do when he was an idiot. He belittled the New York Jets for trading up for Breece Hall, lashing at them for how terrible they've been. Maybe we'll do another video on that on YouTube about how terrible that they were. What a terrible decision. They had so many other needs. Like, why would you possibly do that? I think we'll enjoy some receipts on that tomorrow. But Robert Saleh was asked about that, and he said, quote, Breece Hall's a home run hitter. There's no price for a home run hitter, again, in response to the criticism for the New York Jets for trading up, which is great. Dwayne, I want to use this opportunity. Grand Peasy, Dwayne Brown looks useful. Yeah, did you see him when he personally escorted Braxton Berrios? CJ Uzomah personally escorting Braxton Berrios on the Russian touchdown. There's and I apologize, we had a busy week, so I wasn't able to go live one more time last week to talk about this. So we'll talk about this now real quick. Dwayne Brown suffered a serious shoulder injury in the build-up to week 1. Remember, Mekhi Becton gets hurt. Dwayne Brown comes in. He's supposed to start and protect the blind side. On the Monday workout leading into game week of the Baltimore Ravens, he suffers a serious shoulder injury. From Ian Rappaport, that was a torn rotator cuff. If Dwayne Brown had surgery on that shoulder, he was done for the year, and the Jets would have another guy being placed on IR. Dwayne Brown, per Mike LaFleur, said, quote, I ain't going out that way. I ain't going out that way, because he could have easily, of course, as Mike LaFleur indicates, he got his contract, $9 million guaranteed. He simply could have walked away after delivering from that standpoint and just took his money. And he said, Mike LaFleur, that the Jets wouldn't have looked at him any different. Hey, he has a lot of respect around this league. If he wants to walk away, go ahead. But he said, screw surgery. I'm going to find a new way to rehab and get back on the field. And of course he did, starting last week. So major props to Dwayne Brown for fighting through all this adversity and willing to deliver for the New York Jets. And wow, I can't believe he's playing with one arm out there and he's doing it. It'd be one thing if he was playing out with one arm and not performing, but he's performing. So spectacular. Ryan Gangrene Nation, Mitch Weisenstein, Quincy is a heat-seeking missile for crying out loud. 100%. I can't scream that enough. What a remarkable turnaround. You know, the Jets are historically an organization that is snake-bitten with injuries that guys drop left and right. We had Carl Lawson last year and so many others. Quincy Williams goes down earlier in the year. They put an air cast around him. We're like, oh, man, he's clearly done for the year. And he was already back, baby. He played in this game and had so many boom hits. Like, he just brings some chutzpah. So he just brings some energy, some fire that's infectious to the rest of the team. I love Quincy Williams. And another Joe Douglas gem. Remember, he was scooped off the waiver wire. Jaguars said, no, this guy sucks. The Jets are like, we'll dust him off. And Jet fans went, oh, cool. They brought Quinnen's older brother. But no. He is far out of Quinnen's shadow. Quinnen is a really good player, but he's his own man, and he continues to prove that when he steps on the field. He is that dude. I love it. And J.E. saying the same thing. No excuse. We played against a Hall of Fame quarterback. Hold this L, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Feels good. Feels good. Brio X or Briox. We are a problem in the league. We came to play. Damn right we did. Let's see. LaFleur play calling at times was suspect, but great win. 100%. I called it out. The third ones were terrible. Best day ever, Christian. You damn right. Moneyline paid back triple. Mike Thomason. Way to make some dollar bills, y'all. Love it. Way to go, Mike. Way to go with the money. Red John, the Jets are still John. The sky's the limit. Again, everybody, a reminder, this is a YouTube super chat. Red John, thank you so much for your support of the channel. Any amount that you guys can afford is great. It helps support the channel. So if you can on YouTube, it is an option for each and every one of you. Get involved, baby. Support a massive win. The Jets have won not one, not two, 3 in a row. And then, of course, they do it in Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers, multiple scores. They kicked his patookie. That felt phenomenal. Thanks, Red John. They are Joe, and the sky is the limit. Let's keep seeing what we are. I don't want any more gosh darn labels or this or that. I mean, it's just great. Boy Green, you want a bottle? Henny, hit up the social medias at Boy Green25, Facebook, Twitter, and the Gram. We'll figure it out. Yeah, sure. Send me whatever you guys want. That's cool. Let's celebrate. This is great. John Hepburn, if Buffalo loses, the Jets are in first place in the AFC East. Tasty. By the way, the Jets haven't won a division since 2002. Wouldn't that be something? The Bills are this impossible. And again, they're really good. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Bills are phenomenal. I've not gotten a great chance to see this Bills-Chiefs game, so I have no idea what's going on. I'll have to catch up later. It's a great game, I'm sure, for whoever's watching. However, again, everyone said the Bills are this impossible team. Well, let's see what happens. The Bills will visit the lovely confines of MetLife Stadium in just a handful of weeks. I'm looking forward to that. That is phenomenal. Turn it up, Mike Tomlinson. I love it. 100%. Yes. Yes, let's go. Let's turn it up, baby. It's great. Let's see. Mike Cohen. When they going to unleash Zach? How about when they have to, Mike? To me, again, to any, I'm not saying you are, but to the Zach Wilson critics out in our audience, I even saw a little weird shade from a Bills guy that I follow saying, like, man, are the Jets good? And I commented under like a Zach Wilson winking picture, and he said, is Zach Wilson even part of the good? And maybe it was just a genuine question, but I just have to tell you that, oh yeah, it just felt good. To see again, Zach Wilson doing what he has to do when necessary. That to me is the thing that gets us going. So this is just phenomenal. So when are they going to unleash Zach? When they have to. And right now they don't. They got defense, offensive line. I'm fine. If the Jets keep winning games and Zach is contributing in whatever this way is, fine for me. Would we love to see Zach Wilson throwing 500 yards, 5 touchdowns? Sure we would. I just like the wins. And I'm sorry, on some of these clips, guys, you're getting no sound, so I apologize for that. The audio is a little messed up for the Jets, so if you want the full audio, again, that is all available on my Twitter account, @BoyGreen25. So apologize for any technical difficulties there. Some of the Jets audio crew had some problems there in Green Bay, so I apologize. Jets NY 102. Can you believe this? Trap game next week. LOL. Isn't that funny? Before they have New England and Buffalo, which is hilarious. And thank you so much, Jets NY 102 for the super chat. It could be with Russell Wilson, the Broncos looking like trash. So that's awesome. Boycott Activision. I hate when players blow up in their contract years. It makes me nervous. Well, Quinnen technically actually isn't in his contract year. He still has a 5th-year option after this season. So if they wanted to extend it beyond that, it's not. So Quinnen actually balling out of his own accord. But I think there are a lot of reasons to believe in this Quinnen Williams development and explosion. It's not like he came out of nowhere. It's not like he's been terrible his entire career and then it's coming out of nowhere. Like, he is because of everything that comes with it. Anthony Joseph, yo, Jets Nation, how are everyone after the big dub in Green Bay? How about terrific, phenomenal? It feels fantastic. It just man, this is unbelievable. Everyone keep celebrating as we should. Let's keep going. Barney here, Michael Carter and Braxa had some nice runs too, 100%. They were doing the business again, a diversified running game, which is always important. You love seeing that. It's just freaking fantastic. You love to see it. Love your show, Sai. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. It feels good. And for those who don't know, my YouTube channel started during the Adam Gase era, which thanks for that start, which was I think it was the 2020 season. So yeah, the 2 and 14 years when we started this YouTube Jets channel. So yikes. But my Jets podcast, which you guys can hear the audio of wherever you find your podcast, simply search for The Jet Zone. Zach Rosenblatt joins me every week on just an audio only show. That's been around for a decade. So I hope any of my old school Jet Zone listeners or future ones, hope you guys enjoy just that audio content. We're also here on YouTube as well. Anthony Joseph, is Sauce better? Is he still injured? Yeah, it was concussion. I can't remember if he went back into the game because of all the craziness. However, he looked good to go. He was, the fact that they allowed him to speak to the media after the cheese head and everything else makes it think that he is A-okay to go from that standpoint. So he is good to go as far as I know. I don't believe Robert Saleh was asked that. I only got about 99% through his press conference before he had to hop over here. Let's keep going. Hashtag take flight. Stephen T. Appreciate that. That's great. Boycott Activision. Jets need to take shots down the field. What do we have to lose? Zach's throwing at 55%. Let's make some of those misses worth it. Again, I like the general nature of aggressive throwing, because you're either going to get a PI call or a big play potentially. So there's a lot of reasons to chuck it deep. But again, as long as the Jets are winning, I'm fine with whatever they're doing outside again of some of those questionable 3rd and 1 calls. So yes. A lot of love. I love all this. Sauce Revis 2.0. We can only hope. That's terrific. He has been fantastic, and to be this good for so long is great. JB, don't forget Seth Walder killing the Jets for moving up for AVT. I wish he would have done, and maybe if you guys have it and seen it, if he did any video of that, that would be great. I'll make a receipts video tomorrow and throw it up on the YouTube channel, because I'll definitely do it for PFF George. I'll put that in my notes to do, because he had the great video, which just makes it better. Yeah, if Seth Walder did any videos on that, feel free to send it my way. I know he just had the tweets about it, but I would love to include that in the video for tomorrow. Jets Chaos, another great YouTube channel for you guys that like to hop over there. Can you imagine us on top of the division if the Bills lose after 6 weeks? Crazy. Again, something no one saw coming. So that would be good. Timothy Scarl, I'm torn, Breece or Sauce custom jersey. I'll tell you, Timothy, I already ordered a couple, and sorry, rent's going to be late this month, landlord. But I ordered a Sauce custom stealth black jersey, and this was actually like a week or 2 ago, so it's still in the process. I got that, and I ended up getting the Garrett Wilson jersey, although Breece may have been a smarter investment, apparently, but I would probably go Sauce custom. There's just something so cool. Although the Breece one's cool because 20, Thomas Jones, like running back, that's really awesome. He looks like a stud. But I would probably go Sauce custom stealth black. That's what I went with personally. Let's keep going here. Sauce jersey, I'm seeing a lot of that. So Sauce jersey getting a lot of love about that today. JW, Facebook is crying that Zach played bad today again. Whatever. There's some Jet fans who are just going to complain about anything, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. Again, if they lost, we would have a harsher criticism. But guess what? Excuse me. They won. So look at the scoreboard. That's what I would say. Look at the scoreboard. Let's see. Don Murray, anytime a Jets team walks into Green Bay and leaves with a W, it's a great day. It is a great day. It feels spectacular. So I love it. So that'd be great. White Green. They already make an excuse that they were playing bad. That's why they lost. Snap, because we beat them. Yeah, they lost. Again, just suck it, people. Suck it. That's all I have to say about that. Let's see. I'm getting all these like Bills Chiefs updates, which are great. So I love all that. Barney, fantasy tip, but all the Jets wide receivers, tight ends on your team, because opponents are going to put 7 or 8 in the box to stop Breece. That's when Wilson to Wilson explodes. That also will help. I got Breece on the fantasy team, so that's great. I'm stuck in a couple of spots where I'm forced to start a lot of Jet guys. I don't like starting multiple players off the same team no matter what. I think I have one league. I'm in about 4 or 5 leagues this year. One of them is like Tyler Conklin, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and I'm kind of stuck because of injuries and other things, so I have no choice. But yeah, that eventually is going to go off. Again, that should be a positive note for Jet fans. If you're questioning the Zach Wilson stuff or no Elijah Moore or Garrett Wilson ineffectiveness and Zach Wilson's been back, guys, they're winning by multiple scores. They beat the Miami Dolphins by, what was that, 40-17, so 23 points, and then this one by 3 scores. They've won in back-to-back weeks by multiple scores. The Jets are a good team. And again, if they're winning by multiple scores and they're still not perfect, just imagine what more can be. So when Garrett Wilson starts getting figured out, Elijah Moore, there's a lot to be had here. Anthony Joseph, what is our trade target for the trade deadline? I love this question because guess what? The Jets aren't selling this time. They're buying. That's a great question. Let me try to think. I mean, the safeties have been playing really well, so shout out to them. The linebackers have been good. I don't know. It's a good problem to have. Offensive tackle depth is fine with all the guys that are eventually coming back. Man, really, the Jets are in a really good spot. I'm open to suggestions for trade targets. Again, depending on the Denzel Mims situation, potentially. Maybe if you dive into the Carolina Panthers, Matt Rule was fired, so if you could dig anything in there. We don't need Christian McCaffrey. We already got some running backs. But if Brian Burns was somehow available, I'd be interested to see how the price tag. Derek Brown, we have enough interiors, probably not to Derek Brown's level unless it was cheap. Yeah, a guy I would love. I advocated it for last week. What about Frankie Louvu? Yeah, the former Jet. He's been a nice little Swiss Army knife for the Carolina Panthers. So I would love that. Frankie Louvu is a guy. Oh, and Stephen T kind of asked the same question. Any Panthers players you'd bring besides your boy Robbie? Sun God, of course. Frankie Louvu is another one if we want to bring him back. Again, Brian Burns, if that price tag was interesting. Again, if it was too expensive, I wouldn't. Derek Brown's another one. I'm just trying to think outside of that. No, I mean, that would probably be it in terms of that for me, but I like the question. Oh, yes. How can we not talk about the officiating? Oh, my. Have we still gotten an explanation? So the Jets get off the field against the Green Bay Packers. Always a good day. And all of a sudden, I see Robert Saleh slamming his headset, and they go, and the broadcast crew goes, well, there's an unsportsmanlike apparently on the Jets sideline. Weird. All right, Packers first down. I'm like, whoa. What do you mean? Unsportsmanlike on what? What happened? Like, no one ever gave us an explanation on that Garbaggio. Now, ultimately, the Jets still got off the field a few plays later. But what the hell? There was a lot of questionable stuff. I hate blaming officiating because it just sounds like you're whining. But now that we won by multiple scores, I could still go back. What the friggin' hell? The BS shot blocking call. You're right, Rico the pup, on Dwayne Brown. The false holding call, the unsportsmanlike is one that I'm like, the flying hoot? What the hell? What was going on there? And again, still no explanation. Trash. Ugh. I was slamming things. Oh, that pissed me off, man. That was so trash. Rico the pup again. I love the love for Rico. What a beautiful animal. What a beautiful dog. Quinnen is bombed because he's finally not the only guy on that D line who's actually good. That also helps for sure. And also get Nathan Shepard off the goddamn field. Random thing there. What the hell, man? He contributed to our league leading roughing the passer penalties. Dude, I don't give a flying crap what the rotation is. Whatever rotation that does not include Nathan Shepard is something I would freaking sign up for. I mean, come on. Nathan Shepard, get off the team, man. Jeez. Anywho. Timothy, I'm concerned that we have great young receivers who aren't being utilized. Again, I addressed that earlier, Timothy. Nothing to worry about. Jets are winning. If you get a diva like Garrett or Elijah or something that's complaining, like they're winning and they're still complaining, like, okay, we can have a conversation. But until then, nah, man, they're winning games. Ragna, hit the like button, guys. Very few people. Hop on over to the YouTube. Thumbs up, baby. It's free to do. If you got no change in your pocket to support the super chats, well, at least hit the like button. Hook a brother up for Pete's sake. Maybe a subscription. We got heading into this video. We had 2.6 thousand. The more the merrier on the old YouTube. Jets NY 102. Another super chat coming in. Glad that most of the country got to see us today. I'm confident that this week we'll have more believers start to say, about our Jets. 100%. Again, what a great opportunity. Again, I'm not used to the Fox NFL theme. I love all the NFL themes. So, hearing the Fox NFL theme as opposed to CBS, who, by the way, they just do it the best. And probably, I am biased because we always get, Jet games on CBS. So I'm more akin to it. But to get a national audience and to deliver, I thought that was just so important that win, lose, whatever, to put yourself out there and say, hey, we're the Jets. Like, there's a lot more Jet fans today, and hopefully a lot more national love moving forward, Jets NY 102. And thank you for the super chat. Again, you help make what I do happen. This is a show of the people, for the people. Again, I'm a Jets fan, and I hope that bleeds through when we're talking about the game. So thank you so much, my brother. Let's see. Rico the pup. I want Jets Nation to bombard Brady Quinn's Twitter until he responds to his BS call on our season. They could realistically be 0-9 entering the bye. You guys can continue to do that. Again, we'll share some more receipts coming. But again, his thing has been, like about 2 weeks ago when he was catching a lot of L's, he said that he would donate $1,000 to Jets charities, like for every win they have after whatever he said, and he has 2 wins so far, but I just don't like all the extra nonsense where he's like taking credit for it now and stuff. Like, dude, just take your L and pay your charity, that's fine, but I don't like all the crap. Chris K. the fifth, another week, another win. I could get used to this. You're damn right. And playoffs? Juicy. 3 in a row. I like it. And, man, going into Green Bay and beating Aaron Rodgers, that one feels good. Chris K., thank you so much for your donation to the cause. I appreciate that. Roger, do you still think MC is underused? I do not. I don't have. Let's pull up the official stats. But walking through the game, to be honest with you, No, I thought he was used properly. Again, I would be giving the majority of the rock to Breece Hall. That's what I would be doing. I see it's 17 all in the Chiefs-Bills game. Started the fourth quarter. Very nice. We'll be off before the end of the fourth quarter. We'll be on for another, I don't have the number in front of me, a little less than 15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes, actually, from right now through. So make sure you guys continue to get your YouTube Super Chats in and comments or questions before you get out of there. I just saw Robbie Anderson got kicked out of the game by a coach. Things are not going well for the Sun God, apparently. Just saw that on ESPN. Yikes. Anywho, let me bring up Jets. Okay, so let me pull up that Michael Carter stat for you, Roger, who asked the question. Let's see. So Michael Carter had 6 carries, 41 yards. It's very efficient. Let's see. What did he have? 1 catch. So 7 touches, essentially. I can't see what was his target. So Michael Carter had 1 target. So he's 1 for 1. So I guess a little underutilized, but again, I like Breece Hall getting the rock. He deserves it, more talent and everything else, but Michael Carter should be phased out completely. And again, those 2 running backs on the field today with Carter and Hall is money. So I would use that a lot more. So maybe slightly now that you look at the numbers, but nothing to be concerned with, at least in my opinion. Sai, wow. Holy crap, man. I got to say thank you so much. Again, for anyone to reach into their dollar, into their wallet, and they love the show enough to give a penny, let alone $20. Thank you, Sai. That means the world. So thank you so much right off the top for the YouTube Super Chat. And everyone so far, Chris K. the 5th, NY Jets as well, all you guys. That means the world to me, so I appreciate it. I love you, man. We're in the stratosphere of what we're going to do. Think of that. 100%, right? This isn't the end. The season isn't over. Again, we're October 16th. The Jets are 4-2, man. This is amazing. The Jets are in the thick of everything. Again, if the Bills lose, which again, it was like start of the fourth quarter, whatever. If the Bills lose, okay, the Jets are in first place in the AFC East. Hello. I mean, yeah, expectations have changed for some people. Again, we already said the Jets were going to be in the playoffs a couple of months ago. Yeah. But, however, it has changed for the greater public and really for this Jets team in general to, be able to win this game. They're like, wow, okay, we're not just playing around anymore. We got some serious stuff. Melvin, we better not change the white and black jerseys. Yeah, the white top and the black bottom apparently is working. We are going to get, I don't have the schedule in front of me because we have the retro helmets coming out, those black, stealth black Gotham green action, which looks nice. And the overall jersey. So I imagine those will inevitably change. I don't think they can continue to rock that. Although they're on the road, so maybe we'll have another week of it. We'll see. Rest in peace, same old Jets. I'm seeing that from a lot of you guys. I love it. That's awesome. Steve, same thing with you, Melvin. Jets will continue with black pants on white jersey. Yes, whatever works. Again, I'm not. What did the Jets say? I'm not superstitious. I'm just stitious using the office thing. So yeah. Boycott Activision. Bro, if Vinny Curry is this good, the defensive problem, 100%. Let's throw that in. Would be nice. Steve, I actually thought about him when I was going through the names. So depth at center would never be bad, but it would just be weird to trade for, like, why would the Panthers give up Elfline? You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, if you could Madden trade guys without really thinking about it, that would be it. Let's keep looking. Oh, look, my mom. Let's give my mom a little bit of love. How about all those people that have the tattoo, I love mom? How can I not get my mom on the show? Like, I love you, mom. How far do you think the Jets will go? Are they Super Bowl contenders? Of course they are. I mean, let's be real. Yes, the Jets are Super Bowl contenders, baby. As far as I'm concerned, they're 3-0 on the road. Undefeated on the road. Road Warriors. That's the key to winning the Super Bowl, is getting business done. Although, who wouldn't love a home playoff game at MetLife Stadium? Wouldn't that be nice? That hasn't happened in quite some time. So, yes, ma'am. Are they Super Bowl contenders? You bet your buns they are. I love it. Yes, I am all aboard that. Kendall, statement game on Facebook. Yes, it is 100%. An absolute statement game to a national audience, which is great. Shocking. Patriots 4th place and Dolphins 3rd place, and us climbing up the AFC East standings. It tastes good. And again, I'm going to be honest. Robert Saleh will say this, but I know it means something different to the Jets. And it's in a couple weeks, so I don't want to look ahead. The game that I have circled in permanent marker is the New England Patriots at home. That's the next home game, by the way, for the Jets. It's in 2 weeks. We have Broncos road, Patriots home. There is no one I want to give the business to more than the New England Patriots. It is seared in my brain, the Patriots running it up on the Jets, scoring 54-something points. That's when I'm like, yep, that is circled, starred, asterisked. And I bet it is for the team, too. Oh, I can't wait for that one. One game at a time, but New England, we're coming. I care about that one more than almost any other game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's coming. KC up. Oh, wow. You guys are great. I love all the KC play-by-play because everyone wants to see the Jets in first place. This is great. Don't introduce Zach Wilson or don't introduce Zach Wilson to your mom. Good advice. Keep it simple, RC. Very good advice. I will not. She's happily married to my father. And let's keep it that way. That's funny. Yes, that's great. Let's go through any final notes on the New York Jets in general that I had here for my notes. Again, overall here, as we're kind of wrapping up the show, I just have to say that this one just felt great. It felt good after all the criticisms of the Jets season. Like, they get the Browns win, and they get the Steelers win, and you get the Dolphins win, and people are like, lucky, this, that, or the other. I'm going to be honest. It just felt so good to shut all those people up because I've had enough of the nonsense, the garbage, the trash. Like, I've just had enough of chirp. There's always got to be something. The Jets just can't win. There has to be a well, I mean, it's because backup quarterbacks. It's because the Jets were lucky. Like, the Jets apparently it's unfeasible to believe that the Jets could just straight up win a game. No, it's not in our. We can't compute that. National media says no. Of course not. The Jets had to get lucky. Other teams had to get injured. No other way the Jets could just win a football game. So I just have to say that is the thing that revs my engine the most about this game is that there is a level of legitimateness. Not that I didn't think so already, but to the rest of the league that the Jets aren't playing. I can't wait to see them go whoop up the NFL power rankings. And wow, go Jets from Hawaii. I love it. I love I need to go to Hawaii. I've not been there. Waikiki Beach. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. Waikiki Beach. Kepakai. Go Jets from Hawaii. I love that. And I love you guys representing from everywhere you are. And that's the greatest thing about this YouTube channel. I want to say that right now, as I'm seeing you guys representing from wherever you are. This channel unites us all. United States, globally. I saw we have a lot of Japanese Jet fans that were sharing some really cool videos over the last couple of weeks. We are a family. We are La Familia. Ohana. That's what we are. We've been through crap, through thick and thin of this team. The Jets have the longest active playoff drought at 11 years in running. The Jets have had one winning season over that same time span in 11 years. It's about damn time we claim what is ours, and we enjoy this moment. We savor the flavor. We savor every gosh darn win because we don't know when the next one's promised, and you enjoy. I got a Victory Monday shirt from my friends over at Homage, and hopefully I'll share that link with you guys too so you guys can also support. But we need to savor these moments because we know what it's been like to be a bottom dweller, be talking mock draft at this time over the last couple of years. Oh, no mock drafts. Shove your mock drafts. And I'm a draft guy. I love the draft. But shove your mock drafts. We're talking playoff projections. Who the hell are the Jets playing in the first round? Who are they not playing in the first round at all because they got to bye? Like, that's a conversation I want to be having. And maybe I'm just going a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, perhaps. But that's what we need to be doing. We need to be enjoying. We need to be savoring this gosh darn team. And the Jets just freaking went into Lambeau Field, iconic Lambeau Field, which I wish I would have been there. But iconic Lambeau Field. And Aaron Rodgers, no, stop, my thumb. Yeah, take some of this, Aaron. Whoop, Superman punch, pow, right in the kisser. Like, boom. Like, that's it. Oh, yeah. That's it, baby. That's the kind of business we're delivering. We just came in there and wah-ya! Like karate chop. We just beat the crap out of the Green Bay Packers, and it felt good. So I can't wait to enjoy and savor in some of the Packers post-game action, whining, boo-hoo, we've lost. Well, boo-hoo and suck it up, pal. We'll see you in 4 years. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Chris K. the Fifth, another YouTube super chat. Paul Boy Green, the GOAT. Thanks for what you do, bro. I'm repping from Nashville, but you won't catch me dead at a Titans game unless the Jets are in town. I love it, Chris K. That's the way to be. And thank you for your support for this channel. You guys make all of this possible. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of this Bills-Chiefs game. We will be back live. So if in case you missed this, whether you missed it live or you're catching on late, we also do a live stream every Monday on the Heavy on Jets Facebook page, my YouTube channel, and Twitter account. So all you have to do is tune in tomorrow. We speak shortly after Robert Saleh. Normally, depending on a weird time, Robert Saleh normally speaks to the media around 3:15. Sometimes he's late. So somewhere in the 3:15, 3:30 range. And after that presser, we go live shortly after with myself and Jets insider Will Parkinson, host of the TOJ podcast, answering your questions, comments, looking ahead to the next opponent, talking about some ripple effects from the last game. So if you guys missed this one, don't worry. We're live all the time over on the Boy Green YouTube channel. So again, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video and get involved on the show, this interactive show. Again, I'm a Jets fan, and I cover the Jets for heavy on Jets. So you guys get a look at both worlds. And again, I'm a fan and I want your fans. This is a platform for each and every one of you as well. And we can enjoy this and savor this together. I hope you all do. Enjoy the rest of the Bills-Chiefs game. We'll see if tomorrow we're talking about the first place New York Jets in the AFC East. Perhaps. We will see. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. You guys are the freaking best. Enjoy this gosh darn win. Rub it at all your, bosses and families' faces, and hopefully each and every one of you gets to represent your Jets gear tomorrow at work, and I hope you do. Go Jets. We'll see you tomorrow on the live stream. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.